That's some salad.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you about the most important factor in success when it comes to anything. And I firmly believe this, and any success that I have had in my life has been from this. So you can argue all day long about whether I've had real success or not. That's fine. I mean, you can always debate that. But the things that I have been successful at, this one factor has been the commonality. So what a lot of people think is that they have to achieve success as far as a measuring stick of something. They have to achieve something a certain way. They have to lift a certain amount. They have to get a certain physique. They have to make a certain amount of money. They have to achieve something based on some sort of information or goal, right? Some sort of data to measure what type of success they have. But no matter what your goal is, it doesn't really matter. The goal itself doesn't matter as much as what it takes to achieve that goal. So a lot of times people will have a goal in mind and they'll obsess about that goal, but they don't necessarily look towards what it takes to achieve that goal. And the major factor is you have to keep showing up over and over and over again, and that's how success happens. When it comes to the gym, I mean, if you showed up one time or two times and then just quit because you got frustrated because you had that goal in mind and you could see that you weren't achieving that goal, you just use that goal to frustrate you and quit, right? So this is why you have to change your goal. You have to change your goal from the goal of destination, such as I achieve this or achieve that, to what does it take to achieve that goal? Make the goal into what it takes in this moment. That's the goal. What does it take in this moment? And the first thing out of all things, no matter what details are right and wrong, or what type of diet you're on, or what type of plan or regime or whatever it is to achieve your goals, the first thing you have to do is show up and do the thing that you want to be successful at. So if you want to be a better bodybuilder, you have to show up and bodybuild. If you want to be in better shape, you have to show up and do what it takes to get in shape, such as exercise. Now, through doing this over and over and over again, not only does your awareness grow, but you start to develop techniques and ideas, and you start to learn information based on what you find to be true or not true based on what you're doing, right? So you naturally get better just from doing over and over again and finding out what works and what doesn't. Now, this advice applies to anything, whether it's working with computers, whether it's working with music, whether it's working with art, whether it's working with data analysis. I don't care what it is, whether it's working with school. Like, say you want to have a degree. You can't just say, oh my God, I want to have a degree, I want to have a degree. No, you have to actually look at the books that are for the courses that you have to pass in order to get that degree, right? So you have to change the goal towards, what do I have to do in this moment to achieve that greater goal? And I have to continue to show up no matter how much success I'm getting or how much failure I'm getting. Can't believe I'm filming in this crappy weather. Why the hell do I keep on showing up? Crappy YouTube, crappy views, and nobody sharing my stuff. What the hell's the point? Hey, look, mountain. And that's the next thing I'm going to talk about, is that a lot of times people get frustrated because they have this overwhelming goal in mind, and then they look at this moment and say, this moment, where I'm at in this moment, is not matching this destination, so therefore I should quit. Now you can see how this is counterproductive, right? I mean, you have to keep showing up no matter what is happening, no matter what the result is, and just trust that the result will constantly evolve as you continue to do, as you continue to meet this obstacle known as limitation. So with natural bodybuilding, I did this. I kept on showing up to the gym. I'd had injuries. I had a herniated disc. I had a dislocated shoulder. I had, all these different things that happened. But I continued to show up and say, what can I do to work towards my goal or my destination instead of what can't I do? So if you apply this in any area of your life, you're going to notice that you're going to achieve far more, because you're not going to put so much pressure on yourself to achieve everything all at once, but you're going to constantly focus on what can you do in this moment to move further ahead. I think I smell barbecue. Somebody's got a barbecue going. I think it's ribs or something. Ribs. Ribs. Gonna get some ribs. And sometimes, in your training, or in anything, but sometimes in your training, let's bring it back to bodybuilding here, or natural bodybuilding, there'll be obstacles. Sometimes there'll be work limitations. Sometimes there'll be scheduling limitations. And so many times people will look at these limitations and say, okay, that's it, I'm just gonna quit, screw it, I'm not gonna do anything. Meanwhile, even though they have limitations, maybe there's something they can do to continue working towards their goal. So just because you can't do everything doesn't mean you can't do something. And the people that do something rather than nothing, they're the ones that eventually, and sometimes it's not the fastest, sometimes they achieve it the slowest, sometimes they don't get there faster than somebody else, but they're the ones that get the gains that they can maintain because they're willing to be in it for the long haul. They're in the relationship for the long haul. They're saying, what can I do? Don't use your goals to frustrate you. Don't use your goals to look at what you don't have. Use your goals in a way to say, okay, this is where I'd like to be heading, but then bring it back to what can you do in this moment that will encourage you and motivate you to keep showing up, because just showing up and constantly doing will naturally evolve you to the next stage you need to be in order to, get better at whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, keep showing up. It's that simple. If you keep showing up, results are just naturally what happen. So I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com. And thanks a lot to the patron supporters, and take care for now.